In the previous video, we have implemented a queue using two stacks. Now we are going to implement a stack using two queues as Q1 and Q2. So let's take the same example as 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we are using two queues as Q1 and Q2. So to implement a stack, what we are going to do is, so whenever we get the whenever the push method is called in the stack, we'll push the elements to the Q1. That's a 1, 2, 3 and 4. And for the pop method, what we need to output the last element, which is 4, but the functionality of queue is different, right? So when we dequeue, we'll get the first element in the queue, but for stack we need to get the last element. So for this we are going to use the second queue, and here what we are going to do is we'll shift the elements from the beginning to the second queue, which means we'll shift the 1 to the second queue, and then the next element, and then next element, until we only one element is left out. So this is shifted, 2 is shifted, and 3 is shifted to the second queue. Now only 4 is left out. Now this is dequeued from Q1. So when we do the shift operation to the Q1, we get 4, because this will be the first element in the queue. Then the 4 will be returned. Next we'll just make the Q1 as equal to the Q2, 1, 2 and 3, and we'll make the Q2 as empty array. So when we do the pop operation again, then we'll repeat the same process. So we'll shift the 1 and 2 to the Q2, and only 3 will be left out, and we do the shift operation, and 3 is returned for the stack.pop method. So let's implement the code. Here I'm using the class to implement this class stack. In the constructor, I'm declaring two queues. So this dot Q1 and this dot Q2. Now we need to write two methods. So the two methods for the stack are push and pop. First let's write the push method. So push. For push, all we do is we just push the elements to the Q1. Now we need to write the pop method. So in the pop method, what we'll do is we'll shift all the elements into the Q2 until there is only one element left out in the Q1. So if this dot Q1 dot length so if there are no elements in the Q1, then all we do is we'll just do the return. Then I'm using a while loop to shift the elements to the Q2. So this dot Q1 dot length. not equals to 1. So we'll repeat the shifting until we get only one element left out in the Q1. So this dot Q2 dot push, this dot Q1 dot shift. Now in this we'll return or we console this dot Q1 dot shift. Since there is only the last element that is left out in Q1, we'll print that element for the pop operator whenever the pop function is called. Then what we need to do is we'll make this dot Q1 equals to this dot Q2, and this dot Q2 will becomes empty. So this is the code for implementing the stack using two queues. Now let's say we use this stack class. Let's say a equals to new stack, and we do a dot push 1, a dot push 3, a dot push 4. So now we'll have in the Q1 we'll have 1, 3 and 4. Now if we do a dot pop, what happens is in the Q2 we'll shift all the elements from the Q1 except the last one to the Q2. So we'll have 1 and 3 in the Q2, and Q1 will be left out with only one element, that is 4. Now so if this dot Q1 dot length it becomes equals to 1, then the while loop stops, and then we print out the this dot Q1 dot shift. So when we do the shift to the Q1, since we have only one element, we'll get the 4 as output. So for this we'll console the 4. Then what we are going to do is we'll make a Q1 equals to Q2, which is 1 and 3, and Q2 will make the Q2 as empty array. So this is the implementation of stack using two queues. Thank you.